And the story really graphically demonstrated how these immigrants who came to the United States faced initial discrimination. After all the buildup and the hundreds of thousands of Kosovars been driven out, many, many killed, I don't think they'll come back with that. So I think we have to do better. But any little daylight, any little progress it's better than it was the day before. We just have to bear down and keep working, and we'll work through it. But I think the forces have got to be withdrawn. There has to be an international security force there, otherwise they won't come home, and that's the important thing. Thank you.
Can you say what the status is of the U.S. Embassy employees that
horrible job is complete?
It has been our view all along that if you don't remove the Serb military, paramilitary, and police forces, and that means all of them, the likelihood of getting the Kosovar Albanians to return will be close to nil. And the question of this issue has been our view all along, that all Serb forces ought to be removed. But I'm sure, just as you can fathom how ground conflict.
Good afternoon. I've just briefed President Clinton on
today that it's ordered some withdrawal of troops.
But there was an original 1992 map that was subsequently updated in 1997, and then again in 1998 it was again reviewed for the possibility of conducting a NEO operation. So it was 1992, looked at again in 1997 and again in 98. None of those maps indicated that it was the Chinese embassy that was being targeted, that the Chinese embassy on all of those maps was located in what was called old Belgrade.
This raid, if that's true, could I ask, you said what happened here?
We hope that they will understand that this was in fact accidental. It was not intentionally targeted as a Chinese embassy. The building was targeted, but it was not understood to be the Chinese embassy, and frankly, it defies all logic, all rationale on the part of anyone to conclude that we would deliberately target the Chinese embassy. We have tried very vigorously to promote better U.S.-Chinese relationship. The state has apologized. I've indicated we deeply regret what has taken place with the loss.